Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this Thanksgiving week as we get started off with our Panhandle Outdoors program. We've got some good shows lined up this week. I know everybody's getting ready for Thanksgiving, and if you're like me, try not to eat the next couple of days. So we're going to really be pigging out, like a lot of y'all, and looking forward to having family around and eating a lot of good turkey and all. So, but let's get started. Our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and 77. Looks like a good day today. It's going to be cool, high of 65, low of 53. Water temperature is right around 65 degrees, so all that's looking good. Our Monday moon phase is brought to us by Mountain Dew. Take it outside with Mountain Dew. We're looking at a new moon tonight, so it's going to be a good dark night. If you want to go floundering, it'll be a good time to go. It's going to be not that breezy and all, so it'll be a good time for that. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. We just had a weekend full of neap tides. Little neap tides today. They're going to start building up. We'll have some good tides for this weekend. If you want to break away from the woods and head to water, it'll be a good time to do both of them. Our marine forecast will be west this morning, coming in about 4 to 5. In the afternoon, swinging around to the southeast at about 4 to 5. So there's a little bit of movement there, and but not a lot of wave action. Let's take our break. We're going to come back with our special guest. All right, welcome back, folks. And our guest this morning, a young man I've known for a very long time, since he was a young man, Ben.
Hey, Coach.
Good to see you. Ben Steele. Ben's a former Mosley ball player and all, and he got a great story. We brought him on the show because I've stayed in contact with him since he was a teenager. Know his dad. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I work for the city of Panama City Beach. Been out there for this coming up summer. It'll be 30 years. So I've had a pretty good career out there.
Tell me who your dad was. A lot of people remember your dad.
My daddy was Billy Steele. He worked for the Coca-Cola bottling company for 30 years, and there was a changed some hands and had some new owners in there. So they decided that they were going to get rid of some of the top brass.
I understand. Well, that's happened to so many people, including my dad and all. But that just happened. So. Anyway, a lot of people knew him, thought a lot of him. He did a lot of good things for the community.
Yes, he sure did.
So we're going to talk about, we're here talking about hunting and all, how much fun how much you enjoy hunting. At Mosley, you played baseball and all.
Yes,
then you didn't go to college, you went to work right after high school, and you've been working.
Well, I did play at Gulf Coast. I went and played Gulf Coast baseball for a year, and then that just didn't work out, Me and my mom were living by ourselves, and we had bills to pay. So I had to get a job and go back to work. So, everything happened for a reason, and I've always believed in that. So I had to go get a job or two or three and just make ends meet. And so here we are.
Great story and all. Ben's one of those young men that has a passion for the outdoors, and that's why I want him to come on the show. And he's had this experience recently where he's been able to take a sort of a buck of a lifetime, and
yes, sir.
You've deer hunted since you were young.
Yeah, since I've been a little bitty boy.
You've always loved to deer hunt.
Yeah, I had one of my uncles got me involved in it, and then he moved away, and then my sister got married to a guy who was one of my biggest role models in life, and he took me under his wing at an early age, and he always done things with me that that my daddy couldn't or whatever, and he kind of led me in the right path and instilled this passion in me that I have today.
Well, that's cool.
And it's because of him that I'm, where I'm at with as far as that goes.
And you were able to go through school. You had some buddies that enjoyed it too.
Yeah. We had a pretty tight knit group of guys that we went to school and hung out with, and you know them all.
I know them all. Yeah, that was a fine group of young men. And y'all stayed in contact. Like some in the story of life, you sort of graduate from high school and college, and everybody goes their separate ways.
Right.
The same way with this group.
Right.
And every now and then y'all will get back together. What are some of the things that brought y'all back together?
Well, unfortunately, we lost a good friend of mine, of ours, and Claude Skipper that we all graduated with. Lost him to leukemia. And while we were at his funeral at his house, we we had all kind of just drifted apart and went certain ways with jobs and that kind of stuff. And, you know, we just decided then that, man, it's a shame that this is the only time we get together and see each other is at funerals or whatever like this. So we just decided we were going to start doing a hunting trip. And for the first 10 years or so, probably, we were doing them at David Bryant, who was a very good buddy of mine, and Scott Sullivan. They both worked forestry. So they had a lot of access to hunting land that they were timbering at that time. And so we would all go up there, me and Troy and Travis and, you know, Gino Peoples, you know, Matt Kynard went, Brett Bauer. They just a whole bunch of those guys. And, you know, kind of like a reunion every year that we would do. And that's the one trip that we would look forward to every year. And, man, what some memories were made.
Yeah, and y'all were up there around different places in Georgia? Or
Georgia. We went to Georgia, several counties in Georgia for a few years, and then we even wound up in South Carolina on the track over there. And you know, South Carolina has a different season. They got the longest deer hunting season in the United States. It opens up August the 15th and runs through January 31st. So if you ever had a desire to kill one in full velvet, you know, on his horns, that'd be the place to go, you know. But it always wound up that when he would get these tracts of land, there would be a camp on it, you know, a house. So we always had a place to stay, you know, to cook and eat, and we just had a great time. Some of the best times of my life was spent with those guys, and you know, like I said, I just got back from one last week in Ohio. So
and then Troy and Travis, they started going to Ohio some also, and so you started branching out. Yeah,
Troy worked for Century 21, or did at the time, and somehow, some way, he had a house deal with this guy who had some property in Ohio, and he kept telling Troy, "I got some property in Ohio. You need to come hunt it." And I think Troy kind of blew him off. Didn't really think much about it. And then he finally, the guy, I think when the deal went down, he showed him a picture or something and said, "You need to come up here." And so Troy made the deal to go up there with him, and they've been going up there every year for the past 10 or 12 years, and they kill some really nice bucks up there.
Okay. All right, so what we're going to do now, and they wanted you to join them or whatever. I mean, they wanted people to come and all, some of your buddies and all, but couldn't get around to it. But we're going to take a break, and we're going to show you what happened after this. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So here with Ben Still, one of our avid outdoorsmen, and we're going to get all the things he's done. Well, we're leading up to this trip he took. So here we are. Y'all had your buddies going out to Ohio, and they were doing well, and you'd never been out there and all. So let's pick it up from here.
Yeah, I'd never been out there before. I actually was going to go last year for my first time.
Okay.
And Hurricane Michael come through, and that just kind of threw the monkey wrench in things. So I didn't get to go last year, so this year come around, and you know, the guys called, wanted to know could I go, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna make sure I go. So anyways, we.
So you head out there. I'm gonna show this picture now because Ben and I follow each other on Facebook, and I can understand where it's coming from when he shows this picture. So you showed this picture right here. This picture is cool. So tell us about this picture.
That picture, we had went there earlier that morning and done some scouting, and I'd never been there before, obviously, and David had, and David's the world's best deer hunter in my opinion. He's a guy that knows how to read the land, knows how to scout, knows the sign. So we walked around over there and we found this rub line that was just incredible. I mean, these trees were as big as my leg and as high as my chest, and you know, anybody who knows anything about deer hunting know that that's big buck sign. That ain't, you know, a little buck can't make that kind of sign. So anyways, we go eat a sandwich after we do scouting, and we go back to eat lunch, and then David says, "Where are you gonna go?" And me and Scott Smalley, he was with me. So we walking in there, and while we were walking in, we had our stands on our back, and we're not probably 50 yards from the truck on this public land. It's a public parking spot.
Okay.
Public parking spot. So we're walking in there, and I see this buck cross in front of us, a nice 8-point buck. So I look at him through my binoculars, and so we go on up there to where he was. I found where, you know, in the general area where he was. So I told Scott, I said, "Well, dang, there's a tree right there. A good tree. I'm just gonna climb this tree." And he's like, "Well, first afternoon, may as well." So So I climbed up this tree, and he went on past me, and I could see the rub line right over there to the right. And I'm just sitting there letting everything settle down.
You got everything set up.
Yeah, got everything set up.
So you text your wife? And
I did. I text my wife, and I told her, I said, baby, I said, I feel like I've already killed a deer. I was so super stoked sitting in this tree, and I just, you know how you just kind of get a feeling something might happen, pretty special, and you know.
Put this picture on Facebook.
Yeah, put that picture on Facebook.
You just were sitting there. I mean, I could almost feel the excitement because the way the things you were saying.
It was pretty
my first hunt up in Ohio. I just climbed up this tree.
Yeah, so.
So what happened?
So I'm sitting there, and I wasn't sitting there 3 minutes, I don't guess, and then I'm just checking things out, looking around, and I forgot to put my phone on vibrate, so it rings in my pocket, just loud, So I'm like, well, whatever, I ain't gonna see nothing now. So silence my phone and sit there and let everything settle down. About 45 minutes into it, maybe. Like I said, David been going up there for a long time, and he says he don't have any on this public land. This is where this deer's killed, on public land, and he says, I don't have any luck with rattling horns or grunt calls or anything on this public land, but the snort wheeze works.
Okay.
So I said, okay. So anyways, I do a snort wheeze, and I don't know if this is what brought this deer in or not, but less than 5 or 6 minutes after the snort wheeze, this guy's walking down this tree line, rubbing his, checking his rub line. And the first thing I see is his drop tine, and I lose my mind a little bit at that point. Trying to just concentrate on, getting a good shot. But he's about 60 out, and he's coming on in, and so I just get turned around. I'm having to turn all the way around in my tree because he come out on the wrong side of me. But I turn all the way around, and I kind of lose him for a minute, and I'm like, my God, where did he go? So all of a sudden I start seeing the top of the tree just back and forth. Well, it's him rubbing his horns on the tree, checking the roof. So he come out, and he gets in this opening, and right before he gets in that opening, I stop him and let one fly, and he goes about 20 yards.
So what are you shooting?
I shoot a crossbow.
Okay.
I shot a crossbow.
So you had him in the crosshair?
Yeah, I had him in the crosshair. I was already in my scope, in there looking at him, waiting him to step in that lane. And I made a shot on him. He ran about 20 yards, and kind of the rest is history.
Wow. Here it is right here, folks, and we got several pictures of them. Here's the first. You took a selfie here.
Yeah.
This is you're excited here.
Yeah.
And then we got you get him inside and hang him up. You can see how massive he is.
Yeah.
Wow. What? Okay. So do you call the other guys up?
I called the guys, and I told them. I said, guys, y'all not gonna believe it. I said, I've just shot a booner. With 170-inch deer's a booner. So they're like, yeah, whatever. You ain't shot no booner.
Boone and Crockett. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so they said, yeah, whatever, you ain't shot no booner. So I said, okay. So then, by that first picture I seen, it wasn't the greatest picture in the world. So when they got over there, David, who I told you, he's killed lots of big bucks and knows what a big buck looks like. And he said, Ben, I'll be honest with you, he said, that's the biggest deer that I've ever seen in person. That's the biggest deer I've ever laid my hands on.
That's coming from an expert.
So anyway, so we took a lot of pictures, and
you got a lot of pictures on this figuring right here. Tell us about this, what you did.
That is our rough score. We've all scored a lot of deer, and David's probably got the most experience scoring a deer, and he was scoring this deer, and I'd already told him that I thought he was going to be between 170 and 180 somewhere. So David put the tape on him, and he's just over there laughing at it and saying there's no way he's this big, and he finally told me the score, and we're all pretty shocked.
You got your 850 cap on. Who's that with you right there?
Yeah, that's Troy.
Troy and Smith.
Yeah,
that's
Troy.
What got y'all up there.
Yeah.
And Troy and Travis. Okay, here's who's in this picture.
That's Troy and Travis.
Troy, that's twin now. Troy and Travis.
They both are looking a little old, ain't they?
Well, they do look old, and they're my cousins. You know that.
Yeah, really? I didn't know that.
We're cousins.
Yeah.
And there's old David.
There's David.
Yep.
Yeah.
David looks a little old.
Yeah,
David was our quarterback.
Yeah.
He was a little bit younger back then.
Yeah. We talk a lot about that on the trip too.
That's a great picture and all.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, we got. What did Troy and Travis say?
Yeah, they're like, man, we've been coming up here for 12 years, and ain't never even seen nothing like that.
Is that now? I want him to come on and tell you all this story for you hunters and all of it. Does it not happen that way so many times? You know, I've been on both sides of that.
Right.
I went up to Alabama, did what you did, and then I've been up there hunting for years, and so that's all part of it.
Oh, it is. It is. You know, of course, they ribbed me about that pretty good the whole week, but you know, I just. You know, I shot this deer on the very first day, the very first afternoon, the first hour of the sit. So I was tagged out.
That's right. Is it you know, one buck straight? Or?
It is. You get one buck or doe tag.
Okay.
Okay. So once you use that tag that you buy, then you can go to Walmart and buy all the doe tags you want for $20.
Is that right?
Yeah. So, but I just never did get around to that. You know, I was the camp cleanup, the camp flip, you know, and all that.
Now, you were glad to do that.
Yeah, I was glad. I didn't mind that any at all.
Yeah.
So,
what's cool about it? I mean, how long were we all up there?
Well, we were supposed to be up there from Thursday to Thursday, the 7th to the 14th, and somewhere around the 11th or the 12th, they had that real bad snowstorm come through.
That's right.
So, Scott Smalley, he owns a pipe business here in town, and you know, bless his heart, he worked on all the way up there, you know, on his phone, trying to take care of stuff. And so he had a lot going on. And so when that storm come through, he said, man, I cannot afford to get caught up here another 2 or 3 extra days, you know, and not be able to get back.
Right.
So we chose to come on home a couple of days early, and I was good with that.
I mean, I can do that.
You know, so
okay. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with Ben. All right, welcome back here with Ben Steele. He's just taking a buck of a lifetime, but maybe you'll get another one like that. But if that's something special.
I surely want to try, but I doubt I'll top that.
Let's look at our fishing game times today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. We're looking from 10:43 to 12:43 this morning, right here in the middle of the day. Tonight, 11:11 to 1:11. Okay, now we got that story told, but Ben, let's get back local now. You sort of put together. First of all, tell us about your family. I know your wife loves to hunt.
Oh yeah, she does. She loves to hunt, and she's had some pretty good luck at it. You know, she didn't really care for it a whole lot, but you know, I think she finally came to the terms that she was going to spend much time together with me, and you know, she had to kind of take up the hobby too. So
tell the folks her name and where she works.
My wife name's Stacy. And I got a daughter named Madison. She'll be 20 in February. She's going to firefighter school right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Now, you run what we call a Seven Oaks Hunting Club.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We got a picture of it here. It's up there off of Highway 77, sort of be west of Bozeman, sort of in that general area.
Yes, west of Bozeman.
Okay. Here's your camp. Now, I always love looking at hunting camps and all, and I was looking at this last night. I was showing Gail, and I said, now see, you got a grill over here. You got these picnic tables. Look at those old office chairs that come out of somebody's dumpster.
Oh, yeah.
And they got a smoker in the back here. They got your name on it, and this is your little headquarters. And tell us about the Seven Oaks Hunting Club.
That is our little piece of paradise away from home. We spend a lot of time up there this time of year. You know, we spend a lot of time up there starting, honestly, in end of July toward, you know, August, getting ready, you know, doing a little bush hogging and getting ready for food plots and that kind of stuff. But this camp, we built it from scratch.
From scratch.
You know, there's a really big oak hammock right there, you know, where this camp's sitting, and people have always said, man, you put your camp in the best deer crossing in the whole place, and we really did. But that was the best place as far as you know, for everybody. And we actually have deer. We have cameras around there, you know, just because. And we have deer on camera and right in the driveway. You're walking around. We got a fire pit right over here that you can't see.
Firewood and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go through some pictures fairly rapidly and show you sort of some of the bucks, some of the things. Tell us who this is.
That's Madison. That's her first 2 turkeys.
Whoa, nice. Okay.
Yeah. She was pretty stoked.
Okay.
That's my wife Stacy. That's her first bow buck. And,
with a bow?
Yeah, killed that with a bow. And that deer right there was 99 7/8. He almost made the register.
That's a nice buck up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the same deer.
Now, I like that tattoo. That's the first thing I noticed.
Yeah, my buddy Gino designed that.
Gino Peoples?
Yeah, Gino.
All right, we got to get him back on the show.
Yeah.
All right.
That was a pretty good afternoon. Madison and Stacy both killed nice 8-pointers.
These ladies are doing good. We're going to hurry to get through all these. Okay, who's this?
That's Ryan Cockle.
I see Ryan, yeah.
Ryan Cockle, yeah.
Okay.
He's actually moved on to another place. He had a place in Vernon or somewhere.
Okay.
That's actually my wife's first buck.
Her first one?
First one she ever killed.
Oh,
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
That was her first?
That was Madison. I don't know if that was her first one, but that was the first one with the crossbow.
With the crossbow,
yeah.
First one with the crossbow.
Yeah. That was her first
buck
ever.
One. Look how young she is.
Yeah.
And she still loves it.
Yeah, and that was one.
That was one of your early ones.
Yeah, that was an early one from a long time ago. I was a lot younger then. Yeah.
Okay, so we did get through all of them. So anyway, just getting together on that lease on the weekend and all, that's just good for your heart.
Oh yeah, it is.
Soul.
It is. You know what? I mean, it's that everybody on that lease was handpicked by me and my buddy Steve Crow, and you know, you just always kind of have, if you get too many people involved.
Y'all have like 10 people on it. And
yeah,
it's 2,500 acres.
Yeah, it's you know, so we kind of keep it tight knit, and everybody's handpicked. You know, we're all very close, and I highly encourage, you know, people would bring their wives and their kids, because you know, this day and time, kids need to be involved in everything.
That's exactly right.
There's just so much bad that these youngins can get into these days that the outdoors is the cure for everything.
I believe that. That's our philosophy on this show. That's what keeps us going. That's why I wanted you to come on and share some of this. And y'all eat well up there too, don't you?
Oh yeah, we do. We got Traeger pellet grills up there. We got smokers. We got regular grills, and we're actually having a Dirty Santa party in a couple of weeks.
That sounds good. I'm gonna come there in January one Saturday night when y'all get everything cooked up and visit with y'all.
You need to.
We run out of time, Ben. I told you we would.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That was a great buck and a great story.
Thank
and
you.
Proud of everything you do with the outdoors.
Yes, sir.
Thank you all for watching Panhandle Outdoors. We're able to do a show like this because of people like this. So, but just keep it going. You do something good today for your fellow man. Have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.